You know, when you're watching a live TV show, have you ever stopped to think about what's really going on behind the scenes? Well, there's been this quiet, invisible revolution that has totally transformed broadcast studios. It's turned them from these rooms full of clunky hardware into something that looks, well, a lot more like a data center. Let's dive into how this incredible shift happened and what it means for basically everything you watch.
All right, so this explainer is actually part 28 of a big 40-part series on modern broadcast studios by Virtualization Options LLC. And today we're focusing on what might just be the single biggest change in the entire history of the industry.
So just take a good look at a modern broadcast control room. You're immediately hit with a question that gets right to the heart of this whole revolution. Is what you're seeing a TV studio, or is it a data center? The lines have gotten so blurry, it's honestly tough to tell.
Well, the wild thing is, the answer is both. And that fundamental change is one of the biggest, yet quietest, revolutions in modern tech. It has completely transformed everything about how we make media.
Okay, to really get just how massive this shift is, we gotta rewind the clock a bit. We need to look back at how things used to be. Let's explore the then of broadcasting.
This tells the entire story in a single glance. On the left, you've got this world of specialized, physical, mechanical hardware, and on the right, clean, standardized IT racks. It's the whole journey, right there, from clunky mechanics to streamlined software.
Back in the day, the whole game was about something called signal flow. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like plumbing. A signal, say from a camera, had to travel through its own dedicated physical pipe, a specific cable, all the way from its source to its destination. That was it. No other way.
And yet, this slide lays out that super rigid path perfectly. A signal starts at a camera, it travels down its own special copper cable, then it hits a massive physical router, like a switchboard, then it goes to another single-purpose box for processing, and then finally lands at a recorder. Every single step was a separate piece of hardware, connected by one specific wire.
So you see, the very DNA of a traditional studio was built on this rigidity, yet one piece of specialized hardware for every single task, a physical wire for every single connection, and because of that, your workflows were totally fixed, incredibly inflexible. If you wanted to send camera 3 to a different monitor, you might literally have to get up and physically move a cable from one port to another.
Okay, let's jump forward to today. This brings us to the great IT takeover. The now of broadcasting, where that entire physical model just got completely turned on its head.
You know, the folks who wrote the material we're looking at, they put it perfectly. The convergence of broadcast and IT has fundamentally transformed studio environments. And transformed is the right word. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a total reimagining of what a studio even is.
So what's the magic behind all this? It's something called an IP workflow. Instead of physical signals and dedicated pipes, everything, video, audio, you name it, gets chopped up into these tiny digital data packets. Then, they're all sent over a standard computer network. All of a sudden, any source can go to any destination, instantly. The old plumbing got replaced by the internet.
And this right here, this is the whole story in a nutshell. We went from specialized hardware to general-purpose IT servers, from physical wires to networked data. And the most important part? We went from those fixed, rigid workflows to incredibly flexible, software-defined ones.
So, what does it really mean when we say a studio is now a data center? Let's dig into the sheer scale of this thing, because it's pretty mind-blowing. I mean, look at this. This single server rack, that is the new studio. All those jobs that used to need entire rooms full of different machines, the video router, the audio mixer, the graphics generator, they're now just different pieces of software running on standard servers, all neatly packed into one rack.
But hold on, this is not your typical office server, not by a long shot. To give you some perspective, a single, uncompressed 4K video stream needs a staggering 12 gigabits per second of constant bandwidth. That is a fire hose of data that has to be managed perfectly, in real time, with absolutely zero mistakes.
This chart really drives the point home. Your typical office network might be humming along at about 1 gigabit per second. A single HD video stream already needs more than that. But a 4K stream? It's 12 times bigger. This is exactly why broadcast IT is playing in a completely different league.
So the big question is, with all this data flying around, how do you keep it all perfectly in sync? The magic trick is a technology called Precision Time Protocol, or PTP. Think of it like a conductor for this massive digital orchestra. It keeps every single device, every camera, every mic, every server, ticking to the exact same beat, down to the nanosecond.
It's what makes sure every video frame and every audio sample lines up perfectly, which is absolutely crucial for live TV.
Okay, so that's a lot of tech talk, but why should you care? What does this invisible revolution actually mean for what you see on your screen every day?
Well, pretty much everything you love about modern media is thanks to this ID shift. It's the engine that powers that stunning 4K and UHD quality. It makes it possible to do remote productions that bring you events from anywhere on the globe. It's why news and sports coverage can be so fast, and it's paving the way for broadcasting to happen entirely from the cloud.
A perfect example is something like this remote broadcast van. Because of IP technology, you don't need a massive production truck on site anymore. This van can just be the eyes and ears, sending all its camera and mic feeds straight back to a central studio right over the internet. It's a model called REMI, and it makes covering way more events way more affordable and efficient.
And you can bet this has totally shaken up the jobs of the people making it all happen. Today's broadcast engineer has to be a hybrid professional. They need to be an expert in things like enterprise networking and cybersecurity just as much as they are in video and audio. The job is completely evolved.
And all of this, it brings us to one last really mind-bending question. If a broadcast studio isn't a collection of specialized machines anymore, if it's just software running on servers connected by a network, where does that studio actually have to be?
The answer? Anywhere. The physical building itself is becoming irrelevant. And that is the ultimate takeaway from this invisible revolution. It's opening up a future for broadcasting that is totally decentralized, incredibly flexible, and defined not by hardware, but by software.